Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you the best physical and special psychic type attackers for raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're going to be going through a 6-star raid for the physical attacker and a 6-star raid for the special attacker to show you how strong they are. Up first is Gallade. You're going to want to make sure it has a psychic type Tera and the held item Metronome, and you're going to want it to have the 2 moves Psycho Cut and Swords Dance. You're going to need the ability Sharpness, which increases slicing moves by 50%. Psycho Cut is classed as a slicing move, so instead of 70 power it will be 105 power, and it has that increased chance of landing a critical hit as well, so whenever you get that you'll output a lot of damage. Now to get the Metronome you're going to want to come to Livintia North. Once you're here you just want to turn to the right, and over here there'll be a Delibird shop. Once you're inside the Delibird shop you're going to want to click battle items, scroll down, and you're going to want to buy a Metronome for 15,000. While you're here you're going to want to buy a Shell Bell as well for 20,000, and in total that'll cost you 35,000 Poké Dollars. For your EV training on your Gallade you're going to want to put it into HP and attack. Now that we've found a 6-star raid that we're strong against, let's get straight into it. So on the first turn you're going to want to use Swords Dance, and then you're going to want to use Psycho Cut straight after. Now if you've not taken that much damage, or you're against a Pokemon that can't damage you that much, you can use 2 Swords Dance and then start attacking, but the Espeon nearly did half damage to me, so I only used 1. And because of the psychic terrain it attacked again and killed us this time. So I'm just going to attack as much as I can so I can terrestrialize into a psychic type, so the Espeon is not very effective against me. Now that we can terrestrialize we're going to go ahead and do that, so we are a psychic type, and then we're going to go ahead and attack and break the Espeon shield. We did get a crit because our move has a higher chance of getting a crit, and now the Espeons use psychic terrain, so that will boost our attack, and then we can finish it off with one last hit. Now that wasn't the most favourable raid for Gallade, but we still got the job done with quite a bit of time left. Now our special attacker for our psychic type is going to be a Spaffra, and the Shell Bell that you bought earlier you're going to equip that to it, and its ability will be the Opportunist, which is basically if they ever get a stat boost you get the same stat boost. So this Espeon we're about to be fighting, if it was to use Calm Mind and get its special attack and special defense up, you would get the same boosts. Now the move you're going to want on a Spaffra, you're going to want Lumina Crash. This is the key move we're going to be using, and it's a strong move which also lowers their special defense by 2 stages. We're going to be using Feather Dance, which lowers their attack by 2 stages. This is for when we face those physical attackers. We're going to be using Calm Mind. This is for when we're facing them special attackers. And Stored Power is for when the opponent is boosting their stats a lot. You also get them boosts a lot, and Stored Power will get more powerful the more it happens. You won't be using this move very often, but it's still nice to have. Now let's get into that 6-star raid. Now on your first turn it will vary. If you're against a physical attacker you will use Feather Dance once. If you're against a special attacker like we are right now, first 2 turns you will use Calm Mind. So that's the first Calm Mind to increase our special attack and special defense by 1 stage, and then we're going to use a second one to increase it by another stage. So now we're on +2 special attack, +2 special defense. Now this is a very favourable fight for us. Espeon's just used psychic terrain, so our Lumina Crash will do a lot of damage. And then you just want to keep using Lumina Crash until you get your terrestrialize, and each turn it will drop their special defense by 2 stages. So we're going to use it a second time. We've just done a lot of damage and reduced its special defense by even more, and we go back up to full health because of the Shell Bell. Now Espeon's shield's gone up and it's removed all negative effects from itself, so our Lumina Crash has all been erased, the stat drops, so we're going to have to start those stat drops again. Now unfortunately the Espeon did remove our special defense buffs, and then it finished us off with a side shot. So when we come back we're going to use Lumina Crash, and the psychic terrain has gone. That will favour us in this position because we're trying to get a terrestrialize. As soon as you can terrestrialize, go ahead and do that. Now depending on how much you have made their special defense drop, you should do a lot of damage here if they're -6. So Espeon has set up a psychic terrain, so we should finish her off on the next attack. So Espeon's shield's down, and now we're going to finish it off with one last attack. And there we go, that last hit does the job. And we get an ability patch. And those are the strongest physical and special psychic type attackers for raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this, and I'll catch you on the next one.